In this video has been showing the basics of chemical safety. Main content first one is on chemical safety, and second the chemical and toxic substances, and third one is on common hazardous substances in the workplace. Fourth one is on types of chemical hazards, and the fifth one is on safety in chemical hazards. And generally chemical safety includes all those policies and procedures and practices designed to minimize the risk of exposure to potentially hazardous chemicals. This includes the risk of exposure to person handling the chemicals to the surroundings environment, and to the communities and ecosystems within that environment. And the next one, chemicals in the workplace can range from completely harmless to extremely toxic. It is the employer responsibility to have a safety program that adequately addresses known chemical hazards. For handling and storing chemical hazards or toxic substances, chemical safety will need to be addressed in the organization safety and health programs. Chemical hazards and toxic substances pose a wide range of health hazards such as irritations, sensitization, and carcinogenicity, and the physical hazards. It's such as flammability, corrosion, and explosibilities. And generally, chemical hazards and toxic substances once found in that workplace area, it's very dangerous one. We need a proper maintenance. That's purpose only I'm sharing in this video. And the next one, common hazardous substances in the workplaces, acids, caustic substances, disinfectant, glues, heavy metals including mercury, lead, cadmium and aluminium, paint, pesticides, petroleum product, and solvent. And the next types of chemical hazards. First one, flammable materials which burn or ignite. For example, methanol, diesel, fuel, and mineral spirit. And the second one is on corrosive materials which cause visible destructions and or the irreversible alteration at point of contact. Example, acetic acid photographic fixer and sodium hydroxide. And third one is on reactive materials which are liable to explode or react violently on contact with air, water, or other chemicals. Example, benzoyl peroxide, nitric acid, picric acid, and saline sodium metal. And the next fourth one is on toxic material which cause harm if they enter the body, such as carcinogens, mutagens, and poisons. For example, benzene, bromine, powered links, and pigments, sodium azide, and formaldehyde. And the next one, fifth, irritant materials which cause harm by irritating the eyes and skin and cause allergic reactions, drowsiness, lack of coordination, and organ damages. And the sixth one is an environmental hazard material which are toxic and are cause harm to the environment at large, particularly aquatic animals. For example, anthrax, arsenic, asbestos, lead, mercury, or oils. And next, safety in chemical hazards. Follow all established procedures and to work precisely as you have been trained. Be cautious and plan ahead. Think about what could go wrong and pay the close attention to what you are doing while you work. And always use required personal protective equipment and inspect it carefully before each use to make sure it's safe to use. And next, safety in chemical hazards. And point number one, no emergency procedures and equipment. Knowing emergency procedures means knowing evacuation procedures, emergency reporting procedures, and the procedure for dealing with the fires and the spills. It also means knowing what to do in a medical emergency if your co-worker is injured or overcome by chemicals. Point number two, make sure that all containers are properly labeled and that the material is contained in an appropriate container. Don't use any material not contained or labeled properly. Report any damaged containers or illegible labels to your supervisor right away. And read the label and the safety data sheet before using any material, to make sure that you understand the hazards and precautions. And Next one, point number 4, if it is necessary to identify a material, to not use, do not taste or smell it, read the label and refer to the safety data sheet, or take a sample for analysis. Point number 5, store all materials properly, separate incompatibles and store in ventilated, dry and cool areas. Generally, safety data sheet is very important for chemical storage area, and as per instruction wise, we need to follow the instruction, we need to follow the control measures, as well as we need to maintain the material stacking proper way. All those things are very important. And then most important one, personal protective equipment is very very important. Next, thank you. Safety first, no safety no tomorrow. Thank you so much. Keep support.